Welcome back to Pallegney, and the alfalfa is ready to mow. It's looking very nice, and I did say last time we were making hay out of this, but in fact we need to make silage because I'd got confused. I thought we were doing second cut of alfalfa silage, but I was confusing it with the herb grass that we had cut previously. So this is going to be for silage. So what we'll do is we'll get the mowers set up. So we want to unfold. We have the conditioner on at the moment, so you can see it says next to the Z key, turn conditioner off. So that means the conditioner is currently on. I know that causes people some confusion. So, and we are going to go into, yeah, we're going to go into swath dropping mode. I was going to say that we would TED it to, actually, I was going to say we would TED it to semi-dry to get more in, but then I was thinking, no, we don't want to do that. I'm actually considering not even conditioning it, so we get even less in the bale, because as we've been seeing, we want less in the bale so we can fit a bigger variety of crops in. So what we're actually going to do is turn the conditioner off. And then I'm going to lower the front mower down as we come in to the crop, and then we'll lower the back mowers down, and off we go. And it helps if you actually turn those back mowers on, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Let's in fact do that. So yeah. So by not conditioning it, we'll get even less in the bales, which actually is a good thing because it means we will have more flexibility on what we can put in the feed mixer, which seems really counterintuitive. You know, I'm so used to, and I'm sure you are so used to, wanting to put more in the baler, not less. But actually, this makes sense to me. So this makes some kind of sense. And yeah, today I'm not running the mowers backwards. It's Friday evening and I'm just kind of wanting to chill out and do some mowing. So that's what we're doing. Probably just going to get this mown and baled, and that might be it for today. We'll see. I'm going to keep the clock running so that we progress through August into September. That's how calendars work. Even in France. So let's just lift up and then select the rear mower. Lift that up. Let's try not to drive into the river. And see if we can get ourselves out of the corner. Be a bit of an interesting one to get baled as well. But anyway, lower that down, and off we go. So yeah, it's been a busy old week here. It's going to be a busy week next week potentially, and an even busier week next week. To be honest, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. And yeah, enjoying getting back to this sort of stuff. I'm still working on getting back to the more intensive production that I was doing previously. Yeah, we'll get that. I might not actually. It's kind of nice not churning out 2 videos a day. We'll see. As a person who's obsessed with stats, it's not so nice looking at the stats on YouTube, on the old analytics. Anyway, if you want a break from Terralife Plus, and why would you? But you know, if you do, go check out Klein Friesland by Marnux. I think I spoke about it last time. Really nice Dutch map, his first ever map. And if you do download it and you enjoy it, go rate it 5 stars. It's a really nice map. It's his first map. It's been getting some pretty positive reviews from those guys that like doing map reviews. So yeah, go have a look, and if you enjoy it, then yeah. If you want to have a look at the map, I did a map preview, and yeah, it's nice. I like it. I do like the map. I have a feeling I might have spoken about it last time as well. He's a friend, so I'm going to promote his work. Right, let's find forwards gear. I know what I'm doing, honest. We might just end up leaving those little pieces. We'll see. So back to more normally how I do stuff. And I think I said I started watching a new series on Disney Plus, Grotesquerie. They're up to 4 episodes now, but I've gone back and started watching it again because I didn't pay attention particularly. I watched episode 1 and 2 back to back, and I really didn't pay much attention to episode 2, so I've started watching it again. But yeah, I think it has the potential to be really cool. So something that I'm enjoying watching. I'm not going to go into particularly the details because I don't want to spoil it if someone ends up watching it at some point, and also not particularly family friendly. I know some people watch these with their families, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's cool. Still am not watching much farm sim YouTube related content. I find so. I'll tell you for why. Particularly Terralife stuff is. I tend to find that I have the old brain switched on still when I'm watching it because it's like, do I need to comment to help them? Do I this and that? Whereas I like to, at the moment, particularly, be watching stuff to unwind. So, yeah, I don't want to be spending 45 minutes doing support. I want to relax or whatever, so. And to be honest, the people that I want to watch on YouTube are probably people that are going to be making content that's got Terralife in it, so yeah. Anyway, that's that. I did say, and did want to get back to streaming Terralife stuff, but this week's just not been the week for that at all. Not at all. No. Oh, Control B doesn't want to work today, so we'll do it manually. And we don't actually, I was going to say we'll put the swather on this tractor, but we don't actually need it. So, straight to the baler. I'm just going to go around the edge of the herb grass field. In fact, we might leave that jobby there. And we'll jump back in the John Deere. This little guy's getting a fair bit of work, which is awesome because I love this little tractor. We'll just do the alfalfa silage in red as well. It'll be fine. So yeah, the update is still going through testing, and because you probably, obviously it was in the testing list apparently. So not going to comment any further on that. Just to let you know, the one that I do need to do is a couple of things. The donations through Mod Hub, and Paul posted on the Maze Plus Discord, have raised over, I think it's something like 600 euros for Cancer Aid Germany. So that's pretty freaking awesome, I think. You know, you guys downloading the mods have done something very cool. You know, hasn't cost you anything, and yeah, that's awesome. If you need support or help with Terralife Plus, please use the links below. They will be in the video description or the pinned post. I will not give support through YouTube comments. So, and yeah, go post in the right place on the Maze Plus Discord, because you'll only get told to go post in the right place. So yeah, do that. And that's the admin stuff. Yeah, so what have we got to do next on here? I think really it's a couple of things that I'm quite keen to see. The lupine, because we've not done that before. And the carrots are going to be harvesting carrots, I assume. Might be in for some surprise there, but not really expecting anything major. And then the apple trees. And then it's going to get into, kind of standard. It is what it is for playing and learning. And, I know people are kind of curious about how you get through a cycle. There's always been a lot of questions about, well, how do I do all the cover crops and that kind of stuff? And I'm still learning all that kind of thing. So we've been experimenting with planting a couple of those so far. And the bit that I need to work out is what crops are we going to plant for feeding for next year, and therefore when are we going to need to replant stuff. So probably what I'll do is have a sneak peek at the feeding in the update, check that, see if it's any different to the one that I've been running for a while, because I am running a version of the updated feeding, and work out what we need to plant, and then go from there. See which fields need cover crops that are going to go through the winter, which ones we're going to have winter crops in. Yeah. I think that one of the things to remember with the version of Terralife that we're playing with FS22 is that it's basically only a fraction of what is, kind of the master plan for Terralife. So I still, almost see this as, so how many times can you say, in a sentence, a preview of what's to come in the future. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We're now, what, 5 weeks away from FS25? And that makes me definitely think that I will be still playing some amount of Terralife. Because in 5 weeks, I'm not going to have explored this properly. And so I can see myself doing a mixture. Still doing at least one video a week of Terralife. I think, no promises, because that FS25 hype might catch me. We'll see. It's a tricky one, stop saying that. It's a tricky one. People always say, "Oh, I'm not going to switch to the new game," all that kind of stuff. You see a lot of people saying that they're going to keep playing the old game, and then suddenly the new game comes out and everyone gets super excited, and we're all playing FS25 or whatever it is. And I can see that happening with me. As much as I would like to keep playing with Terralife, and particularly as a content creator, there's going to be so much hype around the new game that it would be somewhat foolish to not make content for it. But we'll see. I was actually looking back at old versions of Farm Sim last night, and I think the oldest one you can get easily is 2011. It's on Steam, like a fiver, and I was a little bit tempted. FS 2008 you can download, but I'm not sure how legitimate it is, and as a Giants partner that seemed like a bad idea to me. So yeah, well, we're leaving a lot behind. I think there might be an argument for just dropping the speed down a little bit, because I think that's what caused that before. Wow, we left loads in the field. That's not very good, is it? That's not very good. Yeah, I think dropping the speed down fixed that before, so we'll do that again. And I'm going to have to go back and tidy up. But yeah, it was a little bit tempting. And it had a Deutz-Fahrer on the front of it, so that's you know, that's enough to tempt any man to want to play. But it was, it was interesting looking at FS or Farm, whatever, yeah, FS 08, let's call it that, and how the graphics looked. And I saw that Daggerwin had gone back and looked at it. I'm assuming, oh wow, that's going to be fun to recover. Might be a little bit of super strength on that one when you guys aren't watching. And you. We'll worry about collecting them all up later. Yeah, I saw Daggerwin had gone back and played it. And the comments were quite interesting. They were quite interesting. I didn't actually watch the video. Not a fan of watching Daggerwin, so. Controversial, I know. If you're new here, anyway. Not if you're a regular. How many bales we're going to have to pick out of that darn street. What we'll do is we'll grab this scrap and then spin around and go back round headland the other way. I know, crazy. But yeah, I think after this, unless the lupine, I have no idea what we're going to be doing next. To be honest, I have no idea when different things are going to be ready. It's a complete mystery to me at this point. To be honest, the growth is so complex that I think, you know, you'd have to absorb a heck of a lot of information to have memorized when different things are going to be ready, or have played it an awful lot. Yeah. I can't see in the time that's left of FS22, unless I keep playing Terralife, me actually remembering all of this information. It's a decent number of bales. How are we doing for numbers of bales? 26, wow. You're going in the river, I'm guessing. Come on, change gear. How do we change gear? There we go. Bit of manual intervention on the automatic gear shifting. Now that's something I would like to see improved in FS25, is not necessarily gear shifting, how differentials work, because they really don't work well, particularly out of the box in this game. Now, I run VCA to give me some manual control over differentials, but given how much of a thing, you know, stop saying that, given how much of a thing four-wheel drive and differentials are with tractors, they are off-road vehicles, you would think that they would be more of a part of the game. But I guess that goes back to the fact that it's not really a simulator, is it? And that's why we need a mod to be able to control them. So, yeah. Right. One more bit of hair. I've done a really random job of baling all of this. But hey, that's nothing new, is it? Well, one cool thing is this job hasn't taken particularly long. I am going to collect the bales afterwards, off camera, because it's just bale collecting, and that's not a particularly Terralife specific job. I figure it is worth showing making the silage, particularly the decision to not even condition so that we get even less in the bale. I think even, well, it will be even less because if we'd conditioned it, we would have got more. But they still seem to be holding a reasonable amount. I mean, 3,000 litres is... Now, it's not a big bale, but when you've got a 12,000 litre mixer, it's not a small bale. So, given our financial situation on this save, in that we don't have a money limit, I might pick up a bigger mixer. But, yeah. It is an interesting one. It is an interesting one. That bale's going to go in the water, isn't it? And I know I keep banging on about it, but mixing TMR is a big part of Terralife. And so thinking about how you plan your bales and all that kind of thing is a big part of it. Unless you're going to be cutting the bales open or you're going to be doing bunkers. Now, there is the option, and I'll wait until we're running down the last swath, because I don't want to open up the store with a shorter swath to go. It's a bit of a wonky one. Let's just stop a second. There is the option in the construction menu under site. Let's watch that bale roll off there. It says part of Maize Plus, but there is part of Terralife Plus, but they were also in Maize Plus for these small bunker silos. So you can see compared to the size of the tractor, they're not huge, but that's quite good if you've got a lot of different silage types to make. They don't take up a lot of space, you know, pretty cheap. You can maybe fit quite a few of them into the farm. So that is an option that you've got. That bale's gone, yeah, it's gone in the water, hasn't it? We'll be getting the waders out later. That's on the Only Farms page if you're interested. And that's called Humour, if you didn't get it. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. No idea how long I've been rambling. Might be shorter, might not be. I'll get these bales picked up. No idea what we're going to be doing next time. But that's given us 35 bales of alfalfa silage for the feeding. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. If you're interested in any of that, there are links down below. And yeah, as I said, not sure what we'll be up to next time. We crop wise said got the lupine and the carrots in the field. The grasses are regrowing. We need to get this field sorted. We have got some manure and slurry, but not very much yet, so probably won't be using that. But we'll find out. So, and I'll see you all next time for a bit more farming.